All right, so I might just be a gosh darn idiot because I just accepted a commission to make 40 of these. Now I've got enough lumber to produce about half of the requested amount. These are needed much quicker. The other half doesn't have quite as tight of a timeline. You might be thinking, that sounds amazing. You got a gig. The reason I'm an idiot is my shop looks like this. So I've got some work to do because I have to start thinking like a production line. If I'm going to pump out 40 of these, I can't be thinking about it like one at a time. I have to think efficient. I have to think batching. I have to think it all. I think I'll leave that for tomorrow me. Well, now it's tomorrow. I guess I should get started. First thing I have to do is set this workshop up to be able to do some work. Now, it is far from complete, so this is going to be a temporary setup just so I can complete this commission. Now, I do have piles of stuff everywhere. Now, this is a result of moving several times in a row before we found our, for now, forever home, but I still have to clear this space out if I'm going to have any hope of getting any work done in here. Overall, this is the space that I have to work with, so I have to make it work for me for this project. All right, so it's not perfect, but it's a start. I've got a surface to work on there. And I've realized that the board that I had, the piece of ply to use as my template, is too small. So I gotta figure that out. All right, now that I have put together this very janky router table, next is to prepare the template. So it required some corrections, as you can see here, because this old girl is severely warped, both laterally and she's all sorts of twisted. You can sort of, yeah, I think you can actually sort of see here. There's no straight edge to go off of. So I had to actually go through and try to straighten it out as best as I could. It has to be just reasonable. It doesn't have to be perfect. And there we have it. What is hopefully going to be our template. Now, it isn't perfect. And believe me, I am well aware of that. It's got a few inconsistencies. It is not a perfect mirror side to side, but neither was my template origin. And so we're ending day one with a template made. So at least between my normal work and family life, I've got a pretty good start. I'll see you tomorrow when we try to use it on this thing. And there we go. The worst router table I have ever seen. That is terrible. Alright, so here we are. I'm currently torn on whether I'm going to keep this template or if I'm going to use it to create a second new one that is more square and mirrored side to side by picking whichever is the best side and then creating a new template just mirroring that side. Overall pretty pleased. However, there's certain issues like these two arcs not quite lining up, which was a result of the original piece being twisted in multiple dimensions, and so that is quite literally how the tracing came off. There you go. Yeah. Now it's time to get into production. So we have our first test piece made. Now it had a few minor issues, and so I had to tweak the template that it was made from. But now I believe I've narrowed it down enough that I can start on another. And here we are with take 2. It's looking a lot better than take 1, I'll tell you that much. And for a janky router table, that's not bad at all. So now that we've had a few successful tests, the next step is to do the first batch operation. I'm going to target doing 6 all at once. It's starting to get late, so I'm gonna sand what I have for today and call it that for now. Now, I did fall short of my overall goal tonight, but only by a little bit. It is getting really late. I'm burning the midnight oil. I completed a total of 6 pieces. My target was 8 tonight. The 2 test pieces plus 6 more. I managed to complete 4 of the blanks tonight. The 6 completed from today, they're all in pretty good shape. They're sanded. These are ready for delivery. So that's 6 right there. So that's a good portion of the 40 that I need to make total. In this batch, I am only trying to make 20, and these do not have fancy edges. They were asked to be fast, not fancy. So that's it. Total count, day 2, 6 with 2 unused blanks, pile of wood, and 1 exhausted me.